program that we're talking about is called the Starting Block. And just a little bit of background. So I think a lot of people in New Orleans may know a name by Leah Chase. Leah was a famous restaurant chef here, the owner of Dookie Chase Restaurant in New Orleans, and really an iconic figure. Somebody during the Civil Rights Movement that played such a major part, and just a wonderful, beloved lady, one of the most beloved people in the history of our city. Leah passed away a couple years ago, and I was very close with her and her family, and I reached out to her family and I said, let's do a program together that would really help the youth of New Orleans, that would combine sports, because that's obviously my love, and then bring people together, bringing diverse communities together, which is something Leah was very interested in. And we were able to do that. Leah's son and daughter immediately said yes. And out of that came this new program called the Starting Block. So what it is, in a nutshell, it's an education program for high school students, incoming 9th through 11th graders, boys and girls, public and private schools from all over the greater New Orleans area that might have an interest in sports as a career. And we will start the program this October, and the initial class is going to be limited to just 30 students, so it's small this first time, but it will grow much larger in future years. And those 30 students will go through an 18-month program learning the ins and the outs of the sports industry. That program will be taught by Tulane University, and we'll have a lot of guest speakers, and it'll involve really every aspect of sports. I mean, for those that want to be on the sports side, be a coach, be a general manager, but also those that want to be on the business side, like I came into it. And I will tell you, the students that come through the program are going to have a tremendous leg up because as they go into college, because it's a very, very competitive field to get into sports today. And to have something on your resume that you went through a program like this is going to be very beneficial. The unique part of the program, besides just the sports piece, is that we've kind of identified 3 distinct groups to highlight the program. African American youth, Jewish youth, and Hispanic youth. And obviously it's in that last category that we're talking about and emphasizing today, but it's really important in the world we live in that our 3 communities in particular learn from each other, learn about the history, the tradition, the challenges, the culture. So as part of the program, woven into each class, there will be some education about each other's backgrounds. And the Hispanic Chamber, Myra, is our lead educational partner in that area. And I think it's going to be really interesting. I think we know today, based upon where our country's been the last year, we have a lot of healing to do. And I think the best way to heal is to understand each other and learn. And then the last thing I'll say is, for those that love the Saints and sports, one of the things I've always said is the most unifying time in New Orleans is at 12 o'clock on a Sunday, when you have 70,000 people in Superdome, made up of everyone from African American to Latino to Jewish to whatever it may be, and the common bond there is cheering for their team. And we really kind of hope to bring that same spirit of bonding and unity, to this program, using sports as the background for all of that.
Wow, that sounds wonderful. So I was going to ask you that question. What will be kind of like one of the purposes or I guess goals to accomplish through this program? And what I'm hearing from you is that the unification of our community is very important. So diversity, especially here in New Orleans, we have a combination of different cultures, even within our Hispanic, I guess, heritage and you could say culture. We got different ways because we come from different countries, even though we speak Spanish and all that. So that right there kind of catches my attention because that right there is what we're looking for. I think that our city is looking for answers, for many things that are going on, especially right now with the high crime that is going on, and it could be due to all the stress, emotional stress, mental health stress that the pandemic brought us. And I believe that what you're saying and presenting is actually bringing some type of solution to the table.
Well, absolutely. I have to say, I am, very, very, very fond of the Hispanic community in Greater New Orleans. I've taken several trips to Honduras. I've been all over Central and South America. It is such an important part of the success and revitalization of our community, especially the last 15, 16 years since Hurricane Katrina. And I just want to say this as a footnote. If it wasn't for the Hispanic community after Katrina, New Orleans would never have gotten back on its feet. Those that came in to help rebuild, those that moved here, they just enriched our city in ways that are almost immeasurable. And there's a tremendous debt of gratitude that we owe, to the entire community. And I know the diversity within that community, and I think that's what makes it special. The objectives of the program, I think, are really twofold. One is we want to give those youth that want to be in the sports field a tremendous foundation to be able to pursue that dream. I'm the perfect example. I lived a 30-year dream of being in sports, from the NFL to the NBA to Major League Baseball. It was always my dream, and I fortunately had the ability to do it. I want to make sure other youth now have that same ability. And to your point, the second objective is we really do hope that we can create a real bonding of these classes, so that when they walk out of those 18 months, not only are they friends, but hopefully they're future leaders and working on societal problems that we face, like crime and other areas of New Orleans that are important. So I think this program, it's very innovative. There's not a program that I'm aware like this in the country. And if it's successful, like I believe it will be, we're really going to be able to advance future leaders for this community.